Good morning and welcome back to our midweek edition of GMNC. First on the show, we have the usual weather and surf report. Then we'll have the very inspiring Tony Subramony, who will inspire us for the week ahead. On the show, we welcome back Mark Mason from Sugar Rats, and then Thomas Brassey from Shoppe Ballito takes over the seat. We welcome back our regular guest, Neville from Ndlondlo Reptile Park, to talk about all things snakes. After that, Steve Bezuidenhout is our next guest, and this is an interview that you don't want to miss. Last but not least on the seat is Michelle Skeepers from Ballito Clean Sweep, and we close the show off with a music video from Blohm, Groen, Trui. We're going to go quickly into the weather and surf report, and after that we've got Tony Subramony with our daily inspiration. Thank you to Performance Coffee, authorized dealer for Duro coffee machines and Salt Rock Coffee, as our morning show coffee sponsors.
Good morning everyone and welcome to your weather for today, brought to you by Ballito Gas and Bro. Today will be pleasant with partial sunshine with a high of 30 degrees and a low of 22 degrees. The real feel will be 35 degrees and the real feel shade 32 degrees. We are having northeasterly wind at 11 kilometers per hour and wind gusts at 32 kilometers per hour. Also just 3% chance of showers today. The sunrise will be at 5:19 a.m. and the sunset at 6:56 p.m. Pretoria aangename weerdae vandag with periods of sun and clouds with a high of 31 degrees and a low of 18 degrees. And then Joburg, beautiful day with sun and some clouds with a high of 28 degrees and a low of 17 degrees. And then Cape Town, sunshine and pleasant with a high of 23 degrees and a low of 18 degrees. Next up will be your surf report brought to you by 1018 Skryfbehoeftes and Leon Bosman from Victory Surf. Enjoy your day and we'll see you again on Friday.
Good morning Ballito and welcome to Wednesday morning's beach report. And another stunning morning on the east coast of Africa with light land breezes and light southerlies, which will turn into an onshore a little bit later in the afternoon around 2 o'clock. But solid big easterly swell out there. It's a solid 6 foot and not for the faint-hearted. Please be careful guys, lots of rip currents and lots of heavy surf over the last few weeks due to it being cyclone season. So choose your spot carefully, choose your tide carefully. It is difficult out there, not the easiest out there once again. So be careful, enjoy your day, we'll chat again tomorrow.
Welcome back to GMNC. With me in studio, we've got our amazing Tony Subramony. Tony, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm great. How are you doing, Taryn?
Good. It's always awesome sharing the couch with you.
Thank you so much.
Tony, so tell us a bit of our topic of inspiration this morning.
Yeah, the topic that I want to share with the viewers this morning is the fact that one of the biggest obstacles we have in our lives is ourselves.
True. Very true.
Yeah. So this morning I want to ask the viewers to get out of their own way.
Okay.
Get out of your own way simply means standing aside and watching your success roll over, Very often we stand in the way and we expect things to happen for us and to us, but it is not possible because we are the obstacle that's standing there. And I just want to unpack this topic with the viewers so that we can get to understand how simple it can be just to get out of the way. And I think sometimes the fear of not wanting to get out of the way is more powerful than actually getting out of our way.
Yeah.
We kind of wonder what's going to happen if we don't have hold on certain things in our life and certain experiences and certain people in our lives, and we think we're going to crash, but it's not so. One of the ways is actually getting to do it. Whatever you plan to do, go ahead and do it. Very often we say that the first steps are the most difficult steps, but if they're not taken, then the notion of progress is only a notion and not an accomplishment.
I hear you.
You see?
Yes.
So we're not putting action into that as well too. The other thing we have to embrace is our strengths. And that's so common a problem that we tend to have. It's a challenge we have. We don't look at our strengths. We can identify strengths in other people, but we very seldom identify our own strengths. And I want to encourage the viewers that from now on, identify and expand on your own strengths rather than looking at our weaknesses and rolling in that day in and day out.
Yeah.
The other thing is try to minimize self-talk, the negative self-talk especially. Because that if we don't take control of, Taryn, it just gets wilder and wilder and louder and louder.
And you kind of get caught in this deep rut, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, and eventually you don't know where to turn, where to go, because you're just stuck in this rut with all the negative talk that you've allowed yourself to be part of, you see. The other thing that is very, very important is to get to know your inner world. Now, some time ago I talked of we live in two worlds at the same time. We live in the outer world and we live in the inner world. The outer world is all that we have around us, the weather, the economy, the people we interact, and our experiences. Our inner world is the happiness, the joy, the bliss, and all of that we are naturally born with.
Yeah.
And I want to encourage the viewers that from now on, connect with that inner world and strengthen that so that we look at the happiness and joy and bliss and all of that is naturally abundantly available within us. And when we start to connect, that divine light within us gets brighter and brighter. And how wonderful it is to share that with people rather than having to attract all the negativity that's all around us as well too.
Yeah.
The other thing that kills our goals and our aspirations is this overthinking. Oh my goodness, it just goes on and on and on. You know, we're all guilty.
Yeah.
But I want to suggest that we can actually get to terms with that day by just starting off, doing things in a small way and celebrating the success of little things. You know, it's eat the elephant. And how do you do it? Is just bite-sized chunks every day. And celebrate those successes we have by actually seeing the little things that are unfolding and unpacking in our lives as well.
Yeah.
One of the other things that we can look at as well is to embrace and enjoy self-care. You know, when you start taking care of yourself and you're looking good, you start feeling good. When you start feeling good and looking good, people are saying, wow, look at you now. And you want to just continue feeling that way. I mean, how often, Taryn, someone says, you're looking absolutely divine and beautiful, and, you know, you feel so good about that. And you say, well...
It's a confident boost, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's natural, it's free of charge. Why not grab it?
There we go.
You know? So a lot of us have actually gone through, maybe we've set up these New Year resolutions and never got to terms of doing it. So the other thing is, don't be hard on yourself. Forgive yourself. And how often do we forget to do that?
No, we don't do that.
You know, we don't do that. We actually have a misconstrued and a misinterpretation of what the word forgiveness is, and we live by that misinterpretation that forgiveness means we can't forgive ourselves. We've wronged, we've messed up. Every one of us is actually messed up, but we need to forgive ourselves. Self-forgiveness is crucial in order to ensure that we can get out of our way. So when we get out of our way, that's the way we're going to see success, joy, and the absolute happiness in our lives. That's my message for the viewers.
Thank you, Tony. I mean, the most difficult thing is to get out of your own head, isn't it?
Yeah.
And to take control, because you're scared of that rejection.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're worried about, is what's going to happen if we reject it. And, you know, what would happen? Will the world fall apart? It hasn't fallen apart yet, and it's not going to happen soon.
Oh, Tony, what a lovely message for this
Thank you.
inspiration this morning. Thank you once again. Your wise words always, I mean, carry me through for the week. So I can just imagine what it does to the viewers as well. Thank you, Tony.
Thanks, Thank you.
We're going to go into an ad break, and then after the ad break, we've got Mark Mason from Sugar Rats Club. Welcome back to our GMNC morning show. With me in studio, I've got Mark Mason from Sugar Rats Club. Mark, good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Good, thank you. Yourself?
Good, thanks. It's lovely having you in studio with me this morning.
Yeah, great to be back again.
Yes, you are. Tell me, Mark, for those that don't know or those that never watched the previous time you were on the show, what is the Sugar Rats all about?
Okay, well, the Sugar Rats Club was started about 11 years ago. It's a child-focused mountain bike club. We offer coaching. We have a racing team for the kids that are keen to race and that show great potential. But our main objective is to get more kids on bikes, to get more kids participating in the races, getting more kids outdoors and away from their electronic devices for a couple of hours
in a day. Exactly. They should be outside. Eh?
That's right. Yeah. Well, there should be a healthy balance.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's also not going to help you in this day and age that, you know, if you don't know how to use the technology that's available.
That's true.
But a healthy balance is important.
Oh, most definitely. We were actually speaking about that the other evening. Our children these days just aren't that active anymore. And I think, especially in Ballito, it's an active community, which is such a blessing, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And we're very, very fortunate to have some fantastic mountain bike trails very close to us.
Yeah.
Hollow Trails is where we offer our coaching. So, yeah, we've got about 360 kilometers of trails to choose from,
Sure,
although
that's amazing.
with the little ones that might be a little bit out of reach, but we do choose our trails and the difficulties according to the abilities of the children.
Of course. So Mark, I know there are a few changes taking place within the mountain biking community with regards to times and so forth. Tell us a bit about what's changing and what's happening.
Okay, traditionally Sugar Rats offered coaching on a Tuesday and a Thursday, and we had 2 coaching sessions at 3 o'clock and then again at 4:15.
Okay.
But obviously, as I've said, our objective is to get more kids on bikes, so we want to try and make it more accessible for kids and a lot easier for parents as well to get their kids to mountain biking. So we are now going to offer coaching on a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, from 4 until 5 for the littlies, and the older kids will ride until 5:15. So if you've got a younger child and an older sibling, you really wait 15 minutes for the other child to finish instead of taking 2 hours and 15 minutes out of your day.
Because that's usually the inconvenience, especially for parents, you know, traveling up and down at school runs and then trying to get your kids as extramurals to correlate almost, isn't it?
Yeah, that's correct. And then also it's a little bit cooler.
Yeah, especially now.
Yes, and you know, we also what we did is we experimented at different times to see how Ballito's traffic would influence the travel time, and it seems like 4 o'clock is a good time. You know, between 3:30 and 4 o'clock, the roads are okay. Any time after that, it gets quite busy. So yeah, we've tried our best to accommodate as many people as we can to get as many kids coaching with us.
That's absolutely fantastic. And Mike, any events coming up or any special things that everyone should be aware of?
Well, we are going to be hosting a lap challenge. It was originally called the SEEF Schools Lap Challenge. We've had a change of sponsor. Local real estate has come on board with us now. It'll probably be a 3-lap series. We're looking at doing it probably in June, possibly over to July this year. Just giving ourselves a bit of time just to see what happens with COVID restrictions, etc. Because obviously, you know, we'd like to get as many participants as possible. And then it'll be hosted by 3 or 4 different schools around the Ballito area.
Oh, that's nice.
Have a look, keep a lookout on our websites and Facebook and Instagram. We'll definitely start advertising well in advance.
Oh, most definitely, guys. And then, like I said, to reach out, to contact you guys, your social media platforms, what are your handles, what are your links?
Our website, www.sugarrats.co.za. Sugar Rats Club on Instagram, Sugar Rats Club on Facebook. All our contact details are there. My phone number's up there. My email address is up there. Any questions, any queries, let me know, and more than happy to help.
Oh, fantastic. And is there anything extra you'd like to add into this segment for those folks out there?
Just, you know, come and, the first session is free. So it's not like you have to pay a phenomenal amount of money and then your child decides that's not for you. You can bring them along, let them try it out. After that, there's a registration process on our website. You need to register your child with Hollow Trails as well, because Hollow Trails is traverses over private land. There's liabilities and permissions that need to be adhered to. And then, we take it from there. There's a registration fee. Included in your registration fee is a Sugar Rats shirt, a Sugar Rats cap, a water bottle, some goodies from our sponsors. Then there's a monthly coaching fee, and you can Yeah,
But
come
just
and
come and
try it
join
out,
in on
have a
the
look, come and
fun.
have fun. I mean,
Yeah.
there's lots of skills to be learned, there's lots of fun to be had, lots of friends to be
Most
made.
definitely. Mark, thank you. It really sounds fun. If I had a little child, it would be there as well.
Awesome. Thank you
Please
very
reach
much.
out to Mark, guys. You've got all the social media platforms to your availability, and it's really something amazing for the kids to do. Being active is always such a bonus, and it's some opportunities you don't want to miss. We're going to go into an ad break, and after the ad break, we've got Thomas Brassey from Shake Shop Ballito. Welcome back to our GMNC morning show. With me in studio, I've got Thomas Brassey from Shake Shop Ballito. Thomas, good morning.
Good morning, Hannah. How are you?
Well, thanks, and yourself?
I'm very well, thank you.
It's good having you in studio.
Thank you for having me.
Now, I'm quite excited about today's little segment because it's something I've seen, but I don't know much about it. So tell us a bit more about yourself.
So I started the Shake Shop.
Yes.
I started a little van. I wanted to go along the beaches
Yes.
and offer milkshakes on the beach. At the moment, I have 17 flavors, but I'm looking to increase. I want 101 flavors by the end of it. But I've started off small because it's just a new business, and I want to see how things go from there.
And expand. What an interesting thing to do. I mean, there's nothing like it. It's so unique.
No, it isn't. I got the idea from a place in the UK.
Yeah.
And then, because I worked there for 6 years. And
Okay.
whenever we went to the beach, there was a little van with a milkshake shop.
Absolutely, Kev. I mean, that's all we actually want is an ice cream and a milkshake, especially on hot days. I
Exactly,
mean, a
on the
milkshake
beach.
never gets old either. It can be rainy, we want milkshakes.
Exactly. And which kid doesn't like a milkshake or an ice cream, especially on the beach?
Exactly. Well, no, I'm not a kid, but I mean, I'm definitely one for those as well. And tell me what is your dream with your shake van?
So the whole thing is I want one from here to Cape Town, in every town.
Wow.
That's my dream.
Yeah.
Not saying it's going to happen, but
Yeah.
I do want to bring the concept quite big into South Africa.
Absolutely amazing.
This year I'm going to open the second one, so I've already
Yeah.
started looking, and I'm looking for either a shop or another van to take over.
And where about are you located currently?
At the moment, I'm in Salt Rock, just behind Ziggy's at the Tiffany Granny's Pools. I figured the Granny's Pools is great for the kids and for the parents. And, you know, and surfers and anybody really.
And tell me, I know this is a bit of a curveball, but what about bookings? If we want you at a venue or a
I do those. I do bookings. Obviously, you got to just you can follow us on Facebook or on Instagram and message me through that platform at the moment. I'm busy with the website building it up. So, but I do bookings. So I do birthday parties, wedding venues, or wedding events. Corporate events, things like that. You can.
And what's your social media handles?
The Shake Shop Ballito.
Shake Shop Ballito.
Yeah.
Flip, it's amazing. And tell me, can you custom make a milkshake for us?
I can, as long as I have the ingredients.
All the ingredients. But I mean, 17 is quite a large.
17, yeah, so far. I do 2 different mocktails, I do smoothies, and I do different ice creams as well.
Okay, and are you going to look at getting that liquor license in as well if we know those people, naughty people on the beach?
I would love to get the liquor license. I don't think the liquor board would quite give it to me, but...
I don't have to know.
No, I know. Well, you can bring me a little shot and I'll put it in there.
Themselves.
There we go.
Most definitely. Yeah. Well, congratulations. It's
Thank
such
you
an
very
amazing venture.
Thank you.
And is there anything else you'd like to tell our viewers about your amazing venture?
Just come down and try it. That's proof is in the pudding, as they say, and you know, you got to try it. And who doesn't want to take a long walk on the beach with a nice milkshake?
And what a better time than now? Peak season, summer, it's hot. Sun is out until 7:30 every evening. What are your hours?
At the moment, I do Wednesday to Friday from 12 till 6, and then Saturday, Sunday from 9 till 6.
Oh, so it's a really long day. So there's no excuse for anyone not to support Thomas.
Exactly.
I think it's such an amazing initiative. Thomas, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And is there anything else in concluding that you would like to add?
That's about it. Just come and visit us.
Please come and support Thomas. What an amazing venture, guys. There's nothing like this. It's definitely one of a kind. And like he says, it's an initiative from the UK being implemented in South Africa, and definitely something you to go and see and support. Thomas, thank you so much. I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
Only a pleasure. We're going to go into an ad break, and after the ad break, we've got our very own Neville and Ndlondlo from Ndlondlo Reptile Park talking about snake eggs. Such an interesting topic. We'll be right back.
Freshly ground, not capsuled. Coffee pleasure from Euro.
You like it? Water paint. You like queuing to pay electricity? Don't think so. Water paint.
Wait, so I can use it?
Even if I'm on another network.
Vodapay.
Off to do the monthly
shopping. It's done.
Really?
Yeah, Coco. And we get rewards.
You like sending and receiving money now?
How about when the combos communicate?
Vodapay it. You like good times with friends?
Introducing Vodapay, the one app for anything and everything. Like it, Vodapay it.
Welcome back to our GMNC show. With me is someone that needs no introduction, but I absolutely love learning, is Neville from Ndlondlo Reptile Park. Neville, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm as good as what you look.
Thank you, Neville. Now, I'm quite excited. I mean, as you know, I'm scared of snakes, but I've grown to really, I'm so educated through you now about snakes. I'm actually growing to love the whole idea about snakes and how intelligent they are, and them as a species. Aren't they just amazing?
Amazing animals.
And I mean, off air, you were telling me a lot of information which we'll be sharing now, but I know today's topic is all about snake eggs.
Snake eggs, yeah.
Tell us a bit about it.
Well, snake eggs, first of all, are not hard-shelled. They've got a leathery shell. The shell is pliable and flexible.
Yeah.
And generally, when a clutch of eggs is laid, the eggs are coated with a sticky substance like a glue. Okay. And then over an hour or two, they stick together.
Okay, so they're actually born individual, and then the glue draws them together.
Yeah, they're laid individually. And what you'll see more often than not is that the female will actually curl in a circle.
Okay.
And her tail will be in the center.
Yeah.
And then she lays these eggs, and they're all sort of clustered in the coil. Okay. And there they stick together, so they form a pyramid.
Wow.
Okay. And this is a self-defense structure.
Okay.
Because the eggs may not rotate or roll.
So it's not the normal egg; they should be stationary. Yeah.
And they obviously leathery shell.
Yeah, so they're quite soft and fragile as well. So you don't want to actually disturb them.
Absolutely.
Sure.
And they've got quite a large airflow through the shell, in and out and in and out. So the egg actually respirates. It breathes.
That's so fascinating.
And this is important.
Yeah.
Because the embryo now attaches in that air pocket in the top, and it's breathing fresh air all the time.
Sure.
So now, when the egg is rotated, the embryo actually drowns in its own liquid. So I'm just going to demonstrate here, and I'm just going to lift this clump. These are black mamba eggs, the next generation, and there you can see them stuck onto each other. And we'll just put them back where they are, and that's how they should be.
Okay. And tell me, is it one snake per egg? Is it usually?
Normally,
yeah.
I have had situations where a whole clutch has been twins. So you sit there and you count those eggs and you say, oh, there's going to be 26 babies. And then when they hatch, there's 52.
Oh, goodness me, what a surprise.
Yeah.
Wow. And tell me, Neville, with snake eggs, are they more underground? Are they on top of the surface? Climate-wise, how do they work?
Well, inherently they don't like bright light.
Okay.
So they don't want to be in bright light. It's not a great thing.
Okay.
You find eggs that are incubated in the dark do better than those that are incubated in bright light.
Okay.
They need a good amount of moisture. So, because remember, the embryo can't dehydrate.
Of course.
And he's still got to breathe. So the more dehydrated the shell is, the better it can breathe. Well, the more hydrated the shell is, the better it can breathe.
Okay.
And the easier it is for this little guy to slit the egg and crawl out.
I see.
Now remember, he's not born with a Swiss Army knife. All right?
Yeah.
So he's got a specialized egg tooth in the front of the jaw. And they push against the shell of the egg, and it makes a slit.
Yeah.
And when the time is right, they stick their heads out. They now fully breathing air into the lungs, completely, lungs are inflating. And at that point, they suck up the last of the yolk. And when that's done, they crawl out and they go.
They're free to be wild. Isn't
Free
that
to be
fascinating?
wild.
And then, I mean, these eggs are quite big. I mean, for me, I didn't expect snake eggs to be that size. Snake size, does that determine the size of the eggs or how many eggs get laid?
This, in general, it does, but there are always exceptions.
Okay.
And so you often find that a female may in 1 year just lay a whole lot of big eggs, like these are exceptionally big eggs.
Oh, they're big, yes.
And they're bigger than average.
Oh, really?
When they're average, the snake will probably lay more because there's more body capacity to carry.
Of course.
You see?
Okay.
So female snakes have got an excuse to be big because they've got to bring the next generation into the world.
Yeah, yeah.
And so they need this big conveying structure to do that.
Yeah. And incubation period, I know we touched on it the previous time, but this is so specific to what we're doing now. How long does it take before they hatch?
When we average it out, it's sort of between 65 and 80 days. That's where it is.
Quick.
But temperature is going to play a major role.
Okay.
Humidity is going to play a role. And quite often breeders and first-time breeders make the mistake. They think, well, if I turn the incubator up, I'm going to chase it up.
Yeah.
And then the babies get born misshaped and with kinks and all sorts of stuff.
Okay.
Because they're designed to incubate at a set period, at a set temperature and over a set period. As soon as a period is shortened artificially by increasing the temperature to unnatural conditions, then you have these deformities coming in.
I didn't know that.
But if the eggs take too long to hatch, the embryo has consumed too much of the yolk through development over that longer period.
Yeah.
And some of them may actually poison themselves in the shell and never come out. Others will come out, but then they don't have that last remaining bit of yolk to strengthen them up. And then they need a bit of extra attention to get them through.
That is so fascinating. So at home, basically, I know we always see the little snakes, but we never really see the eggs. Would it be in a more cooler, darker, moist area than
they'll lay where the temperature is more or less consistent.
Okay.
And it'll be a darker area.
Okay.
And it'll be an area that the female will select that is of the correct humidity and moisture.
Yeah.
And more often than not, it'll be covered.
Oh, so they actually cover them?
Well, they don't cover it,
no, but
they find an area where it's covered.
So we don't actually see where they are.
Loffelstein is the greatest little nursery. It's a maternity ward of note.
Yeah.
The Loffelstein retainer walls.
Okay.
And so they produce a lot of baby snakes.
Yeah. Sure. And tell me, Neville, so the mother snake, she lays the eggs and then she disappears away, or do we find her close by?
She's at that point not interested in her figure. All she's interested in is getting a few more meals in, so she can be in good condition to either mate and lay again the same year, if it's early in the year.
Okay.
Or season, should I rather say, than year. Or she's going to try and get herself in the best condition before winter, so that she's in the best condition for next year.
Isn't that interesting? Nature is absolutely fascinating. I mean, I would never have known any of this if you didn't tell us this. Neville, thank you so much. Your wisdom is really amazing. It's so good to learn from you, and I'm sure everyone out there can't wait to hear your segment because it's just so fascinating. Bye-bye, donkey. We're going to go into an ad break, and after our ad break, we've got Steve Bezuidenhout from Hydrapower.
At 1018 Skryfproefdes Ballito, we offer an array of convenience services for our clients. With an in-store, fully operational business center, all under one roof, 1018 Skryfproefdes Ballito is fully stocked with all your leading stationery brands. Proudly Ballito for Ballito.
Welcome back to our GMNC show. With me in studio, I've got Steve Bezuidenhout from Hydrapower. Steve, good morning.
Good morning, Taryn. How are you doing?
Good, and you? It's good having you back on the show.
Yes, absolutely. Good to be back.
Yeah, always. Steve, so we finally got a product deal with us. What is this all about?
Yeah, so we've launched a new brand through our Briggs & Stratton agents called Titan Tech. It's an alternative brand to our Briggs & Stratton brand.
Okay.
Some people feel that the premium product in the industrial range for commercial use is too much for the local homeowner.
Okay.
So we brought in a range that was more suited to the residential sort of property owner,
the everyday person,
owner house and estate, your regular guy on the street.
Yes.
It's been well tested right through Africa. It's a hard machine, despite it being an alternative priced brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just brought the blower along today. It's one of their real value for money products. You know, for just over $2.5 grand, you get a blower that's also a vacuum.
That's an amazing duo. Yeah.
So you know, we are in summer, but a lot of the leaves are already starting to shed off the trees. My yard is full of leaves every morning.
Mine too. You should see it. It drives me up the wall.
Yeah. So this actually has a bag attachment with a suction on it, and you can go around and actually vacuum, and it slices the leaves up into a mulch, into a bag, and sorts it out.
Jeez, how nifty is that?
Yeah, so it's a nifty little tool. You know, it's got a little two-stroke engine, and it's reliable. We've actually moved a lot of these units in Ballito. They've created a lot of attention, so I just thought I'd bring that to the attention of the viewers.
Most definitely, and the nice thing about it chopping up the leaves is your bag is not going to get so full so quickly, is it?
Yeah, no raking, no picking up. You just, it flips open on the side and you pop your vacuum attachment and off you go.
And it saves you a lot more time than the raking and picking up the leaves and then
so the idea is to blow and basically blow up your heaps into one corner of the yard.
Yeah.
And then run your vacuum and mulch it all into a bag and you're done.
And like I said, it's always nice if you have a neighbour you don't like to start it early in the morning.
Don't do it on a Sunday morning in Simbiti.
Please not in Simbiti. You'll be very popular.
Exactly.
And Steve, what else would you like to tell us about your product specials coming up?
Yeah, so it is January and we know the budgets are tight and the economy's crunched and it's back to school and all those nice things. So we've put a range of products out on special for this last week of the month.
Okay.
In our hydraulic department, we've got our pumps at a very, very low margin. We've gone and discounted our pumps down to like cost plus 10% for the trucking guys, for the tractors, the tipper trucks in town. We've also put together a package for the farmers. It's a do-it-yourself hydraulic hose kit. So they can actually go out and manufacture their own hoses on the farm.
Wow.
And it's a really affordable solution long-term for them. Where
How amazing is that?
Yeah, so we then supply them with the consumables as they need, but they can actually manufacture on the farm as opposed to driving to town every time they need a hose, which is just very expensive.
It's so cost efficient and time saving, isn't it?
It saves a lot of downtime. You know, when they're pulling cane off the lands up here in Ballito, they sometimes do it till late at night, and time is of the essence. And really, 3 hours for a breakdown is too much.
No, you can't.
So they can literally do it on site.
Wow.
Yeah, and then for the landscapers and those kind of guys, we've got 2 of our ride-on mowers on special.
Okay.
We've also dropped those prices by about 30%. The new ranges are coming out in March, and that's going to hike the prices up. We know what the Rand-dollar exchange is doing at the moment.
Yeah, I know.
So we brought out 2 units that'll be friendly for the guys, and they're coming out a really good deal. Yeah, and then we've brought out a range of our Titan Tech brand, and we've actually dropped those as well. So we've got our blower, we've got a chainsaw and a brush cutter from Titan Tech for your homeowner, for your landscaper, garden service guys.
So versatile.
There's something for everybody, So they can go onto our Instagram and our Facebook. They can drop us a call. They can come into the shop. We've got a lot of stock on the items that we do have, and it's well stocked last.
And for those that don't know, where's the shop located?
We're in 8A Kailami Park. And it's
very central
for
everyone.
Very central,
very central.
Right behind the market. Yeah.
So no excuse for no one to come pop in.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then I know about the generators. You touched base.
So we do the Briggs & Stratton range of generators. We run generators from 1 kVA all the way up to 1,000 kVA. Not all of it is the Briggs & Stratton brand. We also do your Volvo engines, your Perkins engines, Scania, and they can be custom built to your specification.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and then something else that's quite important is that we do service and maintenance on all generators. Now, you'll find we haven't had load shedding for a while.
It'll come back soon. It's been too quiet.
And those generators have been standing.
Yes.
And the fuel has been sitting in the carb, and it becomes like jelly.
Yeah.
And when they switch off the lights, they're going to all try to start their generators, and it's not going to start.
It's just going to fail. You're just going to see smoke.
So just bring it in for a service. It's really minor cost, and we'll just clean out the carb for you, clean the air filter, change the oil, run it smoothly, and bring it back to your home. And we do collection and delivery in town.
Oh, so it's very convenient.
So really just get that thing serviced, bring it back to your home, and you know you're good for the next
So for those wives worrying about load shedding and the generator not working and the husband saying it's done but they don't want to do it, we can just give you a call and it all gets done.
Absolutely. A lot of your local estates as well run a small generator as their backup for security surveillance when the power's down.
Okay.
And those have also been standing. So we tell those guys, bring it in so that you don't have downtime on your security features when the power goes out. Yeah.
Especially, I'm sure, we've all been using our air cons and we've all been using a lot of power. I'm sure Eskom will come and creep in one of these days with a grand surprise.
Yeah.
Steve, thank you so much. Guys, go onto the platforms. Amazing specials. One's not to be missed. For how long is it running? Just a week?
Just till month end, yeah.
So you guys have a week to go and get fully loaded with your gardening supplies and everything that you need. Steve, thank you.
Taryn,
it's always good having you on the show.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for being here. We're going to go into an ad break, and after the ad, we've got Michelle Skeppers from Ballito Clean Sweep. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Steve Bezuidenhout, owner, director of Hydrapower based in Ballito. We're a power products company that specializes in hydraulics, power products and power tools. We are distributors of quality brands such as HVD hydraulic components, Briggs & Stratton lawnmowers, brush cutters, generators and Metabo power tools. Our target market is the construction and civils industry, transport and freight, agriculture and mining industry. So whether you need a hydraulic pump for your tipper truck, a commercial ride-on mower for your estate, a power drill for your construction company, or just a domestic lawnmower for your home, we are a one-stop shop. We offer sales, consumables, repairs, and services on all these products. We're based at 8A Kyalami Park, Ballito, and also ship goods nationally. You can get in contact with us via various channels, namely WhatsApp, the landline, email, website, Facebook, Instagram or LinkedIn.
By Ballito Gas & Braai fokus ons op ons kliënte. Vriendelike en doeltreffende diens is wat ons anders maak. Ons werk as 'n span met integriteit en deursigtigheid. Hier bied ons kliënte 'n onvergeetlike ervaring en werk ons met die beste belang van ons kliënt. Ons lewer nie net produkte aan ons kliënte nie, ons lewer ook 'n volledige diens, insluitend onderdele en tegniese ondersteuning.
Welcome back to our GMNC morning show. With me in studio, I've got Michelle from Ballito Clean Sweep. Michelle, good morning.
Hi, thank you very much for having me again.
It's lovely having you here. So Michelle, for those that haven't seen this segment or know who you are, what is Ballito Clean Sweep all about?
Well, we're a cleaning company and we do basically holiday cleaning and permanent residence cleaning.
Okay.
And the holiday cleaning obviously is now a little bit in the past, but though we still get our requests for
Of course,
Airbnbs
you're going
that
to
are still
always
going.
have your holiday.
Luckily. But yeah, this morning I would actually like to talk about the contractual cleaning more, outside of our business a bit more. So.
Yeah, so tell us a bit about the contractual cleaning.
What that actually means is it's not really a contract, it's an agreement.
Yeah.
We go in and we'll go to the same place every Thursday.
Okay.
And obviously it'll be the same lady that goes every time, or we go every Tuesday and Thursday, or every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. I've got about 3 or 4 of my clients that have been with me for 6 years.
Amazing.
Actually. Well, believable that I've had the business that long. And they are the ones that go Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And it's been the same lady all that time.
So you actually get allocated a
yes,
person
they get allocated. We also can, what's nice about it is if we get a new client and we start a new lady and there's just a bit of a personality clash or whatever, we can always change and try another lady.
Oh, that's fantastic.
You know, so that is quite special.
So that communication channel between you and I, for instance, is open, and I can tell you if I'm not happy with something, and we can still keep the relationship going and just change the lady.
Just change the lady. That's
until you find your perfect match.
Yes, and I usually go and see the client and get a little bit of a feel of what they like.
Yes.
Because some people prefer an older lady.
Of course.
Some people prefer a younger lady that can work faster.
Yeah.
It just all depends on the person
and
themselves.
with children, you want that connection.
Exactly,
and do they come in? Do they come in for the whole day, or how does the whole dynamic work?
We have different options. We've got a half-day option. That's a 3.5-hour session. So they're basically from 9, if we start at 9, to 12:30, and then we've got what we call a full day, but it's only a 6.5 hour. So that's basically from 9 to 3:30.
Which is still a full day.
It's still a full day, you know. But we sort of have worked it out so that our ladies get home before it's dark. You know, they travel quite far sometimes. So we have to consider them as well. So we've just worked it out that way, and it suits everybody, me included.
Of course. And do you actually come and drop them off, or do they arrange their own transport? Is it our responsibility?
No, you'll see me. I'm in my little Quantum with a little witch on the side.
Yes.
That's me. So
I love the branding, though. I see you
you
all over the show.
Thanks.
So you actually come and drop them off,
Yes,
and you
yes,
make sure everything is done.
That's right. Because we've got access into all their estates, so there's no problem with that. Sometimes we need a code because the estate requires that.
Yes.
But mostly we have access into all of them, and we take them right to your door, and that's where we pick them up. Because most of the estates have a rule that the domestic ladies aren't allowed to walk. You know, a lot of the estates have got the shuttles inside.
Yes, they've got
now.
the shuttle services.
So that's the same with us. So our ladies they're allowed to obviously walk within the same complex.
Of course.
But they can't walk from
the
one
gate
complex
almost to
another
the
one.
yes.
So that's just the rule.
Oh,
so
that's
we stick to
absolutely
that.
lovely.
So.
And social media handles and platforms, how can we reach out to you?
We've got a lovely website. It feels new, but we've had it quite a while now. But it's really, I'm really impressed with it. Obviously, www.ballitocleansweep.co.za. We've also got an option there that you can go right onto my WhatsApp, which is great.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Because that is the best way to get my attention. I'm not a big on email.
Or social media gets difficult too. You can't have people on Instagram and Facebook and WhatsApp.
Yeah,
you can't reach everyone.
No, you can't reach everyone. So Facebook is our best, and WhatsApp, as I say, is the best.
The platform.
You're going to get my attention immediately. It might take a day to send me an email, but I will get to you. But I would suggest contact me on my phone.
That's the way to get hold of Michelle, guys. And Michelle, tell me, can we also just get a lady once off, or is it all about weekly contractual agreement with you, or what do you prefer business-wise?
No, we've got that's actually one of our options. There's a once-off clean, because we get these panicked calls from dad, you know, oh, mom's coming home with a new baby tomorrow and the house looks terrible, please come help.
Yes.
So we've got our once-offs, we've got our spring cleans, we've got our moving in, moving out
So you can help with that as well?
Yes.
Oh,
we get a lot of agents to call us just to know when somebody's moved out before the next person moves in. We call that a moving out, moving in.
It is to make sure everything is perfect for the next lot of people.
Yes.
And if we need a quick spring clean, could we arrange 2 ladies to come in an hour to do the whole thing? Or
yes,
is it just
it usually doesn't take an hour.
No, it never does.
But,
it never does.
But yes, when we do a spring clean, we usually, or a deep clean, we put in a little team.
Okay.
So it just depends on the size of your house, but usually 2+ ladies.
Fantastic.
As I say, if we've got a mansion of 5 bedrooms, we might have to put in 4 ladies. If it's a smaller apartment, 2 will do. So
absolutely fantastic. Well, I love your vehicle, and I see you all over the show. And I know you're not a new face to Ballito, and your business is absolutely amazing, Michelle.
Thank you so much.
And in closing, is there anything else you'd like to tell our viewers?
No, I've just remembered that I've got a business partner that does the other side, if I call it that. He does the beachfront area. I do more the Dunkirk and
more the estates, and then you've got your rentals and the flats.
That's true. So we cover basically from Sheffield to Westbrook. So
it's a large area.
Yeah, it's quite large. It's too much for one. So
of course,
that's why we
better to do the split. But then again, no reason for no one to contact you.
Exactly, we're everywhere.
You cater for everyone's needs.
Thank
Michelle, it's lovely having you in studio.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being with us, guys. Contact Michelle for your cleaning needs. As you heard, absolutely the best. She's been here for a long time, a well-known face in Ballito, and someone you definitely need to give a call. Thank you so much for guests, viewers, and sponsors for everything everyone does for Ballito TV. We'll be closing off with our music video from Blohm, Groen, Trui.
Hi, I'm Michelle from Ballito Clean Sweep. We provide a compliant holiday and residential cleaning for a wide variety of clients, which includes permanent residents here in Ballito, as well as owners of holiday homes, Airbnbs and guest houses. We also offer once-off cleans, the one for instance just before your mother-in-law comes to visit, and then we also pro builders cleans and moving out or moving in cleans. Our staff are fully trained and we provide the chemicals and the cleaning materials. You can find us on our website at ballitocleansweep.co.za or contact me on 079 6970 280 for a WhatsApp message or a quick call. Thank you.
Welcome to Relax Inn. Situated in the heart of KwaZulu-Natal's Dolphin Coast, nestled on 2 acres of beautifully manicured gardens with panoramic ocean views and within walking distance of the pristine shores of Sharkers Rock Beach. Our dine-in restaurant offers a mouth-watering menu and caters not only to hotel guests but local residents too. Our venue is perfect for your fairy tale wedding destination with an outdoor garden chapel seating up to 200 guests and a 300-seater ballroom, ideal for receptions, corporate conferences and functions. Secrets Health, Beauty and Day Spa offers guests the opportunity to escape, unwind and feel rejuvenated. Our accommodation is tailored to the discerning business traveller, holidaymaker and perfectly suited for that romantic getaway. We look forward to welcoming you to the Relax Inn.
Die son brand per my gedagtes. As die son nog weer een vir my kom haal. Jy sê iewers is daar liefde. Iewers wat tyd vir jou kom haal. Blyf nou by my, weet dit seer gekry. Soos lyk weer my groen. Oh, blijf nou bij mij, blijf nou bij mij, blijf nou bij mij. Wie sê girl, onder jou oor, wat in Christmas kan glo, happy hours by die kroeg. From my light hier, ja, je light, je vou droom. Soos ek kite en ek scheme tonight. Blijf nou by my, dit is seer gekry. Soos jy lyk weer met groen dry. Oh, blijf nou by my, blijf nou by my, blijf nou by my. Maak my siek en maak my blind. Het is jammer ek het jou ingesluk. Dis hy iemand wat vir my bid. Kom maak my hartjie weer rein. Gee my Rembrandt van Rijn. Maak my blind wel syne. Blyf nou by my. Weet dit seer te kry. Sit jou lyf in my groen bly. Oh, blyf nou by my. Blyf nou by my.